I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. And I sure do love my job. Yeah. I was born to preach the gospel. I was born to preach the gospel. I'm born to preach the gospel. And I sure do love my job. Yeah. Yes, I really love my job. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Oh, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Yes, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Get firmly rooted. So let's get firmly rooted. Let's get firmly rooted. So let's get firmly rooted. Oh, I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. Let's get firmly rooted. Firmly rooted. Let's get firmly rooted. Yeshua, 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 Yeshua. I'm a disciple that makes disciples that makes disciples. We're disciples that make disciples that make disciples. We are disciples that make disciples that make disciples. We are disciples that make disciples that make disciples. Let's get firmly rooted. Firmly rooted.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and happy Tuesday morning. Pastor Tom Donnelly, Firmly Rooted Ministries. We're strengthening our roots, and we're going to look at the last part of Acts 15 and the first part of Acts 16. Olivia Thompson is in the house. She's here to be a part of the devotion as well as prayer time. Bob Ayotte was here earlier today. So it's always great to have some people here in the coffee shop being a part of all of this. Let's see, Pamela C. Good morning. Vivian Davis. Good morning. Bert Reggiani. Good morning. Jody. Good morning. Jackie Matus. Good morning. A couple others out there too, it looks like. So there's maybe not a whole lot of depth here, but just a few things that I want to share with you as we look at the end of chapter 15. If you recall chapter 15, the church got together and had a church council because the Judaizers, the Christian Jews who were trying to keep a foot into both religions, right? Trying to put a foot in Judaism and a foot in Christianity and trying to merge the two together rather than see that Christianity was the fulfillment. And so they wanted to keep circumcision, they wanted to keep certain special days and holidays and practices, and all of that was, as Jesus even said, it's stuff that you guys don't even do on your own, and you just keep putting more burdens on other people. So the church council said no, that faith in Jesus Stay away from the blood of animals, right? Because that's always been the life in the blood. Stay away from sexual immorality. You got to start changing some of your life behaviors, but forget about all these Old Testament rituals and Old Testament things that Jesus had come to fulfill. So that has happened, and in this section it says that Paul and Barnabas said, "Hey, let's go back. Let's go back and travel through the towns that we already were at once." And this is what you would call the second missionary journey, where they're going to work their way back through the towns that they stopped in before, stop at some other towns, check on the churches that were started, do more teaching and training with the elders and all that kind of stuff. And it says that Barnabas wanted to take John Mark. And he and Paul got into such a disagreement because Paul did not want to take John Mark, because they took John Mark on the first missionary journey and John Mark went back home. Well, their disagreement was so sharp that Barnabas ends up leaving Paul and grabs John Mark, and they begin their own missionary journey, while Paul grabs Silas, and in the first part of chapter 16 grabs Timothy, and then he starts on his missionary journey. Disagreements. No matter how much you want to avoid them, they happen, even in the church. No matter how hard you fight to be in one mind, we're broken, sinful people. And it'll find its way. It'll find its course. God's going to use it. I mean, instead of one group of people, now there's two groups of people going in two different directions, so the gospel is going to get spread even more. And I can take you to the end and tell you that at the end of the book of Acts, Paul's in jail and he's asking for John Mark to come visit him, wanting to make sure that there's amends, wanting to make sure that Christian brotherhood is maintained. But what's the one thing that I want you to see here? I want you to see the discipleship process in action. Paul and Barnabas were in a relationship together, and they did ministry together. Never doing ministry alone. There's always this accountability partnership. Paul then grabs Silas and then also grabs Timothy. And then there's Titus, and there's going to be, right? And so the point is that these guys did not have an idea that they would stand alone as a pastor of a church or a pastor of a ministry, but understood the job of discipling the next generation. And the only way to do that is to have them follow you. Just like the original 12 followed Jesus. It's a natural process as the first century church begins to develop. There's somebody following. There's somebody coming alongside Peter. There's someone coming alongside Paul. There's someone coming alongside Barnabas. And that discipleship process will always be happening, because then Timothy's going to have people following him, and they're going to have people following them. And it's how the church was maintained and grew. We have got to get back to this type of discipleship process where there's a following, where somebody, what we created coming out of the European world and in the United States, we created religious training and institutions and seminaries and those kinds of things, which aren't in themselves wrong, but it made it all academic. I went to school for 8 years, college for 8 years. And never once was I invited to follow someone or have someone follow me. It was not even a model that was taught. It was get academically ready, go to a church, and be the leader of that church. Preach to them and perform, have the Lord's Supper with them. But where's the discipling? Where's the following? Where is the following somebody so close that they rub off on you, right? Even the medical community understands this with interns. As they're all following their doctor around, and then you get to that last year, and now you're acting like the doctor, and they're watching you. We have got to get back to this type of Christianity, where it's not just a Sunday Bible study and church thing. It is a life thing, and because it's a life thing, I should be following somebody that's a little bit more mature than me. And maybe somebody who's new should be following me. And now Christianity is observed and it's lived out in replication. Watching someone pray with someone means I can try to pray with someone. Watching someone love on someone means I can try to love on someone. Watching someone handle a situation allows me to know how to handle a situation. So just something that we've got to bring back into the Christian church in America is this discipling process. That's not done in a classroom as much as it's done in everyday life. I hope that provides you a bit of a challenge and an understanding. Let's see, Emily Connolly jumped on board with 3 sunshines. We in Michigan like the sun. Karen Thompson, good morning, and good morning, Olivia. She's waiting for a washer to what?
We're getting our washer and dryer.
Oh, okay. All right, well, good to have you, Karen. Brian Vlaming, you and your lovely bride, good morning. All right, everybody, that's what I have for you. Blessings on your day. Make it a firmly rooted day, and may someone see Jesus in us today. Peace.